For those of you on YouTube, good morning and welcome back. So, welcome back to another live session and another beautiful day. At last, Monday morning. The weekends are always fun. It's always good to detach, reset, and come back. Sometimes people they don't really love Mondays, but here in the markets, every day is a day that we can enjoy and look forward to. So, here we are. Hope you guys are rested and are feeling good to go. Alex, Gus, Brad, Zay, Crystal Ball, for those of you tuning in MMU, Ron, George, John, Jay, and so forth. Hope you guys are feeling good. And of course, good morning to the other mentor here, Marcelo, and the moderators, Dash and Big Steve. So, what is moving today? Is anything looking good? Is there any stock that's worth trading? So far, we got PRZO. It's not looking bad, and this is a continuation move, aka it was the stock we was looking at a few days before, going back to Friday, Thursday, and today it's continuing higher, so not bad. And so it does make the work here a little easier for us in terms of the analysis. We did have a couple of key levels mapped out at 205, at 238, and I can go single screen here, 238, and then 415. The 200 EMA is now at 67. So not much to go over in terms of the daily chart, but we do look pretty good here, and there is some analysis to be done for today's move on the 1 and 5 minute charts. So we got a high point of 230, high of 230, and it seems like we've been steadily just pushing higher here. Started off around 4 a.m. and since then we've been up. Let's see, we had a high point around 187 here. Well, earlier right here we had a high point of around 187, 190, somewhere there, let's say 190. And then we pushed up here to 2, and we had this sideways consolidation high of 222. And now more recently we've had a high point of 230. It's been a decent move, but it's been very drawn out. It hasn't been very sharp and aggressive. So I'd like to think we can still see some more upside potential here throughout the morning. So if we can hold up $2, we have that trend line at 205. If we can hold up $2, I think there'll be a good chance that we can potentially get a new high over 30. So that's what I'll want to see here for PRZO. PRZO, by the way, is currently up 90%. 90%, 21 million shares of volume. As we can recall from Friday, the float is also on the lower side of things. Big Steve, what's going on? Good morning. Charlie, what's up? Christopher, Rico, BKO, what's going on, guys? So, being that we have all these people tuning in so early, you guys know exactly what I'm about to say. Today, we cannot slack off on the thumbs up. It's been 2 years of barren desert and not enough love on the like button. But today's the day. Today is the day we make a change. Today is the day we become more assertive with the like button. So hit that thumbs up. And if you are a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Right, we go live every weekday for a few hours here, coming into the open, before the open, right? Some analysis here. Then we'll trade for about an hour or 2, maybe 3. So hit that thumbs up, join the channel. I am a profitable trader, right? If it's your first time here, and we are consistent, right? So every day we're doing this, we're showing up every day. Even if we have red days, it doesn't matter. We come here and we're very open to the people, right? So they can see what it's like being a day trader, right? All the swings, the emotions, and everything else in between. So KB, as you're tuning in, how are you doing today? Hope you guys are feeling good. So this is stocks, right? This is not crypto or forex. We are trading the United States stock market. And to be honest, let's see how the SPY is looking, being that there was this conflict overseas. I mean, this stuff is absolutely ridiculous. Not to get like off track, but I mean, what's going on in this world, man? It doesn't seem like it's down that much versus the conflict with Russia and Ukraine. But we'll see over time how things kind of play out. I mean, not to get too distracted, but just crazy stuff, man. So just stay safe out there, guys. I mean, this stuff is just, with the level of communication that we have now, we would think we would be able to avoid these issues, but it's crazy times, man. So yeah, getting back to the technicals, let's move on to the next stock here that I have, which is HUBC. So this one's a little cheaper. It's up 36%. It's around 31 cents. There's an actual penny stock. So we've been seeing some opportunities on these the last few weeks, so I don't think it's that bad to keep an eye on, although it has pulled back a little bit from the highs. We got 36.89 for that level. And I'm going to watch the very first high of the day that we had, which was around 31. The very first push once volume came in. And can we hold that level, as we're pulling back into the VWAP area here, which is also around 31. So, it gives us a range. And I'm going to check out the daily chart to see if it's very strong. Where would we potentially see resistance? So I'm going to look back at some previous candlesticks on the daily chart. Let's see. So we've been selling off going back to August. 64, we've had a double top. August 16th, August 15th, 64. And then before then, we've had a high point of 83 when we pushed up around August 1st. So if this is really strong today, is 64 a possibility? And that would essentially be close to 100% move. So it's not a bad target, but even before then, 40 and then 50. But we'll see. Some of these stocks, they have, despite being cheap, they have a lot more range and they move up quickly. Other times it's a little bit more, let's say, congested and slower moving, right? So we'll be patient and we'll see into the open how well it's able to move. The 200 EMAs all the way up there to 228. It's very out of the way. If we get to 228 today, I mean, that would be amazing. It's possible, but not likely. The next stock that I have is MTEK. MTEK, which is up 22% with about 5 million shares of volume. So the scans today, I would say, is on the softer side. We've had better scans. Luckily, we do have PRZO, which will be the main stock. I'm pretty sure most people will be watching that one. But anyhow, it's MTEK. We got 145 for the highs. And let's see here. Lows are checking in around 117. Can we hold up this level? Sometimes they look a little, and this one is looking a little slow. But before we get into the open, the volume gets into it. It's looking decent. It's pushing up 125, 135, 140. So I'll keep an eye on this one. We did look at it before. We got all-time highs at 383 on the daily chart. 383 all-time highs. Since then, we've popped up a few times. Let's see, going back to, was this July 5th? July 5th, we had 71 million shares and a high of 209. That's a level I'll be interested in. And before then, we've had, or let's say after that day, we've had 173 and 196. Volume though a little lighter on those days, 3.4, but 73 I think is a decent area to watch. If we get up there, can we see good volume? If there's minimal selling pressure and we continue to push, that can be a good sign. Maybe this thing wants to continue. There's the alarm for screen recording. Guys, don't forget, if you're tuning in on YouTube, if you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up. If you're tuning in on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. So, screen recording, let's get that going. I haven't posted a ton to the website these last 2 weeks. The $1,400 red day I posted. The other red day I was down 1,000. My information was actually showing. So yeah, that one I couldn't upload. I have it though. I have it. If there's any one-on-one sessions, I don't mind. Like, we could still review it, but can't post it. Or that one would have been posted too. The YouTube live stream doesn't show the other screen, so it's okay. The YouTube live stream could have still been out. It's still out for that day. Rather, it's still out. Just for the sake of transparency, right? Start recording. Okay, there we go. And I gotta stop doing this. Anytime you guys see me like this or like this, I'm leaning on the desk. Not good. I've been doing it so much to where this part of my hand is like irritating. But so gotta stand straight up. Good posture. So yeah, MTEK, we got those levels. Let's come across. Is there anything here in the very recent time frame? 123. So I'm gonna put 124 right here. And we're kind of right there. So you know, if we can start to push up a little bit more, hold above that area would be good. Lovely. Okay. Lastly, there's AULT, which is also a cheaper stock. Let's see. It's pulling back though. Maybe pulling back a little too much. It's only up 17% at this point. I don't think I'll review it. Yeah. I think that'll do it for the list. All right, let's write it up. These are the few. I mean, mostly everybody's going to be watching a PRZO. I'm not going to be very I mean, well, let's put it like this, right? I'll be reactive. I'm looking forward to being reactive. If the cheaper stock is the one that's strong, then I'll trade that. If PRZO is the one, you know, I'll be reactive, and I look to be quick. I look to be sharp, and for me, it's a matter of just being confident. You know, these last week, you know, I was hesitating a lot throughout the week. You know, second guessing trades. You know, all that nonsense. And part of this strategy, part of this strategy, you know, part of being successful with the strategy is being confident. If you're not confident, you know, those hesitations and that fear leads to inconsistency, which derails the strategy and you become inconsistent. That's how delicate it is that, you know, did I put the wrong spelling there? MTK. Yeah, I appreciate that. MTK, there we go. Yeah, you know, the strategy is pretty delicate, so we got to make sure we're on our A game. which means no fear, no hesitation. Once we see what we like, we go for it. We make sure, have our risk in place. And that's the point of having a established risk, is that we're comfortable knowing that we can lose X amount to gain X amount. So when you really think about it like that, we shouldn't really ever be fearful, So let's do what needs to be done to ensure success. It's that simple, right? Let's not overcomplicate things. Let's do what needs to be done to ensure success. And each of us individually knows exactly what that means. So let's be our best selves and let's do what we gotta do. So here's the list. Why is it looking like that? Copy. All right, here we go. It'll be in the alert section as usual. I bought a new mouse, but I forgot that my desk is a standing desk and that I needed a longer cable. So I'm still using this old mouse. It's not working well. Okay, looking good. Looking good, looking good, looking great. So, share size, looking good. And we are ready to rock and roll. Guys, remember the risks, right? Remember that trading is risky. Remember to stay safe, manage risk. Start slow if you're new. Take it easy. Here we go. There are some sellers there. Up at that 20 level. It's going to get through, not bad. My level 2 is lagging here. It looks like we're rejecting that high. Low of 10. Low of date 07. High of 26. Let's bring down the chime a little bit. Not impressed with the start from PRZO. So I'm going to look to watch the other ones if we do see a pop. We're back at 18. The next candle is about 15 seconds out. So we've made our way back to 20. Okay, so it's a big dip. Bounce right back up. The halt up is at 60, so this stock, the halt levels are very wide. Tight stops here to see if it wants to give that new high. Couple cents there. $15 though for the low. Pretty big pullback again. Yeah, it's not great. Even the dip at 7 is not holding up there for those lows. So it's struggling. So watching at the scans right now, watching at the other stocks, rotating through, making sure nothing else is sneaking up. Today is like a holiday too, so there might not be as much volume, right? I don't really like to think too much about that side of things, but it's a possibility. It's not a federal holiday, but it is a holiday. A lot of the schools and things are closed, so the volume could be lower. Some people might just decide to take the day off, being that like the kids are home. So we might have a couple of, big managers and stuff that just stayed home from the office. INDO is up and then back down. Not a ton there. The RZO is, is it onto something here or is it just a bluff? Might be just a bluff. These wild swings. I might ease off some scratch trades, just not, not giving the proper follow through in some of the areas. Small bit there at 14. Volume is picking up a bit. I want to see it choosing a direction here. Can we, if we get to 26, can we break the highs? And then can we get that trend to the upside? We don't want to see another pullback down to like 204. Will we see a small flag here? We got lows of 08. Again, I'm just waiting a little bit here. Easing off a bit for now until we can see a little bit more follow through. It's a big bid there, 10, but getting filled. Kept hold up here at 8, 9. I might switch gears to be honest here. HUBC is moving up a bit. Taking a small position here. Tight stops. Willing to re-average if I need to, but waiting for now. The new candle is about 8 seconds out. Can we see the volume spike here? I'm interested in a scalp as well over the level if we can see that big green. There's 137,000 share bid there. Let's see if this propels us to 40. A lot of green. Another big set of buyers. Take me to the moon. It's the way how the spreads kind of open up once I hit that market order button. It's kind of funny. It's all out for it's I'm all out for now. It seems like it's struggling a little bit at the highs. I'm gonna I'm gonna take a position again. I'll keep a tight stop. It's like it's not coming down, but you know, we'll see. Maybe it does. I'm willing to find out. Well, double top. Good attempt. Gosh. I see PRZO is at 209, so you know maybe it consolidates sideways for a little bit. So there's a new 5-minute candle. We'll see how it does here. Tight stops again. I'm thinking maybe it holds up this dip, but we'll see. Nice bids that are at 36 area. I really ought to put my level 2 to the 100th of the penny to trade these stocks. I don't usually like doing that because on the other ones it's like I'm seeing too much data, you know? Maybe it's something I gotta get used to. That way I'm not back and forth in the settings. PRZO to the depths. Time. I mean, it's at the end of the candlestick. So I'm gonna try it again. Okay. There's VWAP. I don't want to be taking too many trades here, so I'm just waiting. But we're at VWAP though. And as I say that, I'm gonna buy. Okay, I'm gonna take the VWAP entry. But this is kind of like the last like area I'm interested in. If we can't hold up, then that might do it. There's a lot of green, but you know, we're not really bouncing. Alright, I'm gonna ease off that one. Gave back a little bit. And now it's flying up. Right. 35. Are you kidding me? You see, if I needed to wait like 20 more seconds, man. Come on. I sold because there was a huge seller that came in. And all the green is not like pushing through. Now it's a nice big push. Right idea, not great execution. Not great, not great. So is it gonna just go straight through the highs here? Yeah. This is a very aggressive entry. I don't love it. We'll see if it gives a pullback. Sometimes it will go right through the highs. We've been a little inaccurate the last couple of trades. Got to tighten up. It's a lavish amount of buying, but again, it's like it's not really giving the kind of move. I gotta be on guard here. We'll see if bidders come in high, but I'll be on guard in case it's not ready. Don't want to be in big size. It's a nice red to green though. Can we see a push over the highs? We've just given an extension, but will we see another extension before a pullback? MTEK has a decent chart. Not a great fill. Yeah, MTEK. I'm looking away. So we got a low there of 36.50. It might go right here. I could have been in, but I looked away to MTEK. Not great. It's an old-fashioned high of day push. We do have some bids, but highs are at 40, the lows, man. The one time I look away for 2 seconds, an entry was there. 39, can we get a retest? I haven't really been using huge size. I could have been, pushing like 20,000 size. So I'm fairly moderate. There are some sellers too. I wonder if it's going to be able to get through. I'd love to see big bids coming in high, but people might not be that aggressive without, that much size. Okay. There's another one. We got through most of them. One more left of 40,000. Come on, give us something. Give us something. MTK is also selling off. It's struggling. The dips were the way to go here. HUSA. It's been a while since we saw this one. Small move. High of 21. I like the setup that was showing on MTK, but it's right back down. It's a nice move. We got 41. So this one is just slow and steady, slow and steady. Nice move though. It could give a bigger push. Jump, maybe like a skip to like 44. It's looking healthy here. Looking good. Holy shit, their shares. Okay. Tight stop. If not, I'll take the loss. Alright. Jeez Louise. Well, worth a shot. That's what I wanted. Too much size though. Going short at the highs. Needed to wait a little longer. Also a little less size too. From 44, well, 43. That's a 44 down to 41. Again, good idea, not great execution. There's a bid. Can we see a nice move? Tight stop. It wasn't a huge bid, but not quite. It feels like it's getting stuffed as it's going. Maybe another pullback again. I can watch, being that there's shares. I think I'll take it again if it comes up and rejects. Well, that would have already been it. 41 again, or maybe sub 40. Probably sub 40. I think that's a new candle. Other than these two, there hasn't been much. HUSA, INDO, not much from those two. PRZO back down. Maybe it curls back up later. Yeah, you know, being that we didn't probably should have went back in up here. It might pull back some more for the short. Being that we didn't get the new high, that probably was enough for the signal and just stop at the level right there. Waiting patiently. Waiting patiently. To the depths. It's probably going to give a bounce somewhere here. Maybe VWAP. It's quite pullback though. $38.30 for the lows. So far, it's pretty chilled, pretty mild. Not anything crazy here today so far. PRZO, unfortunately, did not hold up. Not really seeing much on the scans. Also not seeing any halted stocks either. This is the second pullback. $39.98. Okay. Four. Bearish engulfing, or are we gonna hold up here? There's a bit down there, but it's fairly low. Well, let's see what it does. There's 2 minutes left in this 5-minute candle. There's a low of 38, well, 39.30. No, 39.98. This candle has about 25 seconds. The new high is at 40. Well, the high of this area is at 41.50. And there's about a minute left in the 5-minute candle. Let's see how this candle does. I wasn't mad. Let's see how well it does towards the range. We got big bids coming in. There might be a scalp opportunity here too if it's good. Not quite. It's holding up though for now. It's holding up. Tight stops again. I would have liked to see a bit of a continuation there, but 40. Are we rejecting? Well, I should have waited some more here. It looks good, but I should have waited some more. Could have gotten a better entry. I think it wants to go back to the highs. That's how it's looking. So on the next opportunity, I'm gonna get aggressive. Will the stock hold up its end of the bargain? That's always a good question. As we know, it's never personal though, right? Time. It didn't give the dip I wanted. So it looks like it's just going for high day. I was hoping for one more quick dip in there. Alright, I gotta get aggressive and connective. PRZO. 43 for a high. See, this is. I hate to look away like this, but man, I gotta stick with HUBC. I gotta stop looking away. The RCO does look good though. 5. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Not good, not good. Not good at all. And it gave a red candle there, but for the third time looking away at another stock. Literally. PRZO gave a massive red to green. Well, that was kind of that move there, though. So what's the low? 36? Oh, 31. That was a sweet breakout, though, from 20 to 48. Very solid. No, all right. There's no immediate bounce over. Waiting. Wait for the high. I gotta stop waiting. Just just be like a torpedo right now. Just go torpedo, torpedo. 36, 33, 33. A little bit of a weaker candle there. A down tick first. 33. We got a high of 40 and a low of 30. being for nothing. A low 30, 537. Nice skip down. This is interesting. Oh, okay. It's gonna work. Can we see over 40 here? There are sellers. We need the big bid, well, big buyers rather. Here, if it's gonna go, there's a few sellers. A little bit of a high entry there. It seems like it's slowing down. Wait a little bit. Can we get a retest? Come on, come on, good, good. It might be Titanicing. To the depths, 30, it needs to hold. Has to hold if it's gonna be good. What it did there wasn't great though, because we really and truly want to go to 45, but it's holding up here, so that's not bad. It's a good hold. Well, we want to see it push mid 40s and then 50. So far, so good. You know, we're not really attacking the lows, which is a good sign. So as long as we can hold up, it's looking fairly healthy. Seven. The candle has about 25 seconds and about 3 minutes on a 5. We don't want to see these bluffs, man. We want to see big volume. Is this it? Man, that seller's not that big. 15,000 for that reaction. $38 by $39. It's holding fairly tight for now. Just kind of waiting here to see what it wants to do. but I definitely would love to see the pull away. The next move up. We got a new candle. Good green. Can we keep printing? Oh, not quite. Okay. By such a small seller that I'm surprised it's like not ripping through. Good. Great. It's like another false breakout. This one is hard to borrow, unlike the other one. HTB, right? HTB, hard to borrow. If we can get one good sequence on the incline, that'll be enough to put us nicely in the green. All right, time 22. So far, still higher lows, and it might stay that way. Yeah, it looks so. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna get pretty scalpy here. 36. I'm gonna get pretty scalpy, but I want to see it picking up though. All right, so what's that? It dropped to 30 for 36. That drop below 30 was pretty decent. I thought it would go lower, so I wasn't interested in 29, but it came back up rather quickly. 29 right to 40, nice 10 cents range there. The volume has slowed down, so we're just waiting. We are still in this consolidation, so just waiting. Waiting patiently. There's 33. I'm wondering if it wants to come down because keep watching. Notice some bits. It's moving a little weird. Show me the push. Show me the push. And we see that nice green. Low 29. So it's very, sideways here. It's taking its time. I think as long as we can hold up the very low of this area, it looks good. Even then, there's still a chance, but definitely looks good. But still waiting. For me, I just want to be in at the beginning of the next incline. And it'll be a great sequence as long as that happens. So can we see some trades in an upwards trend here? You know, well, let's see. Throughout all this sideways action. The moment this stock starts to move, I'm sizing up aggressively. The moment this thing decides it's ready to go, I will be locked in. Just waiting patiently. Waiting patiently. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Can we see a decent build up here? Can we see a decent build up? Not Titanic. Hold our levels. Again, it's like we got to 42, but it's like, I get some selling coming in. It's gonna ease off again and wait. But the moment the volume gets in, if I see what I like, I'm going for it. $35 by 36. I wonder if it's just gonna be like a surprise move and it just rips to 50, or is it gonna be something more gradual? A little hard to tell right now. Still want to see it push with more volume and at least hold 40. Get above this 38 trend line here. What will it be? Is it going to be up or down? And if we go up, I do not want to see a false breakout, man. I'm hoping this thing can hold up, push up 55, 60. Give us something nice for another push. High or low for me as usual. KB. KB. We gotta come alive here. We gotta come alive. All right, all right. There's the volume. 38. Again, it's like it gets to like 42, 41, 43, and it like stalls out. So it seems like there's short sellers there. That's the only thing at this point. It's like the third, fourth time. So if we can get over 50, I'm expecting those short sellers to be covering over the highs, keeping tight stops, and this stock going to 60, 70. Is it possible? Is it possible? Time 35. Right now we're just small green on the day, nothing crazy. I mean, it's so strange, man. Like, you know, doing the numbers that we're doing this year, like being green this much, I'm still grateful, of course, but it feels like nothing. If I'll be very honest, that's how it feels. And it's like some people will say, some people will say, man, you're green, $200. It's like you should be happy. And it's not that we're not happy, but it's that we know what we can see and what we've seen before. And is this like, I don't want, some people will say straight up it's just green, but it's like, it's a little deeper than that, right? It's like, one, we understand first and foremost the potential of the market, right? And then on top of that, it's this thing where like, you can perform, right? It's literally like saying, can I have this dance? And you dancing, right? And you have all the nice moves as we're dropping here to 31. Big level here. Big level, big level, big level, big level, big level. This might be the start of it. Uh, and I get the fill there. Seems like it's slowing down a tad bit. Well, yeah, you say, can I have this dance? And your footwork is good. And so it's like a performance. When you're dancing, you got to be in rhythm. You cannot be stepping on your partner's foot. Those are just red trades. Hmm, that is nasty, man. Ooh, not good. The dip at 01 is going to hold for a little bit, though. So the Bears are going to win. And that type of drop is easy to get caught in. So if you did get caught in that, you just got to cut the trade and move on. That's not good. It didn't even like hold mid 20s or anything, just instant 205. Man, the short sellers really, man, it's like every time it gets to 43, it's like there's this selling that's coming in. What a drop, man. So they're feeling very good. Well, I'm gonna take my $200. Better than nothing. Gotta be grateful. For some people who are going long, they like this type of stuff because they're good at these bigger dips. I don't really like them, but there's some opportunity there. Some aggressive dip traders will take. It's 10:40. It's actually late. Wow. Well, in terms of the first hour. Guys, I'm gonna put out the monthly recap today. It's been too long. I think we did like 9K or something, or 10K, I don't know. So the number is somewhere around there. It wasn't really a great month, but it's still pretty decent. The worst month this year has been just 2K, which was when we had the banking crisis, and I was too stubborn to trade the bank stocks. The small caps were just nothing, nothing. And every day I sat there trading nothing. When in fact, I should have been trading the bank stocks that were bouncing up aggressively off those lows. Sometimes you gotta go where the liquidity is, as long as it's applicable to our style of trade. You know, if the spreads are tight, if the risk to the downside is limited, these stocks all dropped off 50%, whatever it was. Even like in Russia-Ukraine crisis, right? Those Russian stocks all down 40, 50%, and then bouncing off those levels. It's volatile, and it was what we usually would trade. Like we trade stocks that are going up and down like crazy anyways. So we might as well trade where it is with liquidity, as long as it's applicable, right? Once what we know applies, it can work, and we just have to be disciplined as usual. So in that month, I refused to do that, and it was a learning experience. So next time, if something happens, wherever the momentum is, that's where I will be. Yeah, that short trade on HUBC, maybe a little too of an impulse trade. I don't know what to say about that. What I was thinking, I did see, okay, we're going up, and I was struggling, so I figured it was gonna pull back. I had two order entries. I'm on the one with 7K. I'm in with too much size. I didn't know if there were shares available, but that was too aggressive to just check. You know, that's kind of what I was doing, was just checking. Shouldn't risk $100 just to see. You know, it's just nonsense. And that's the type of madness that you do when you're sloppy. This is why this pullback is good for me too. Like you know, you gotta remember the little things. It's so easy to just lose character in that sense, and you try and buy something in like a, you know, too aggressively, or to check something, and you lose money, right? And it's like, ah, yeah, I lost $50, but it's like that's still $50 you could have used for something, you know, whether it's gas or something else, all right? This was such a great recording. Felt like I was dancing with you, Relentless. And you guys going, oh man. But guys, you know, this weekend I was telling myself, I think I gotta get more serious. Like, I've been finding myself a little distracted. I mean, man, it's so crazy, you know. I've been doing pretty good with balance, right? With work life, personal life, everything, like you know, everything that people will do. I've been doing all right, but you know, recently I feel like I've been big slacking. There's been things I've been doing well, and a lot of things I haven't been doing super well. So, you know, likewise with trading and anything else, like the first thing is to realize and recognize that there's a problem. And then we have to adjust. So I created a new schedule for myself so that I can be on task more throughout the week. And then a better structure for the weekend. I've missed the gym. I missed the gym. I only went 3 times last week, man. Stuff like that is like, it should never happen. 5 times, oh, let's say 4 times, 4 times minimum. 4 times minimum. And if I can, 5 times for sure. Can't slack off. Gotta get everything done, stay organized, keep on schedule. And there's this thing where when you're moving with with focus and with speed, it's like it's hard for the bad things in life to catch up with you because you're just so ahead of things, if that makes any sense. It's like you're prepared, and the more you're putting in, it's essentially the more you're getting out. And so naturally, it's just going to be harder, you know, for bad things to happen because you're doing so much good. Whether that's financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, all the different spectrums. So we got to stay focused out there. I got to have a good balance. As well, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. Hit that thumbs up if you're still watching on out there. Hit that thumbs up. A gym stream. You know what? That's something I could do. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. That way you guys can see Superman at work. The beautiful thing about the gym right now is that everybody that came in for like the summer body and like the New Year's resolution, the people who are not as serious, they kind of, fizzled out. So it's more free. The equipment is almost at the ready every time. At the beginning of the year, man, it's good to see that people are trying though, but it's usually packed. Something I was supposed to be doing with the channel, I was supposed to be doing cooking with Relentless, right? Which is something that Big Steve was telling me a few days ago. Whatever happened to cooking with Relentless? One of these days I'm gonna have to make an effort for that. Cooking with Relentless. I know a good amount about cooking. I don't really cook a lot though. Anyhow, let's not go on a crazy rant. HUBC, is there anything else? I would have loved to see a nice move up, man, that stock. I had it on the screen the entire time here as it was doing this red to green, but I was so locked in on HUBC that I'm like, all right, whatever. But this, and anybody who caught this move here through VWAP, or especially this, this was so clean, man. Look at this. This is as good as it gets for a breakout trade. Hammer candle here, pulled back into this previous high 210 area, bounced up over 20 for a 1 minute candle to make the new high. Clean move. 243. MTEK. Pre-market highs at 45, 35 right now, low 29. Volume is coming in, but it's not that heavy. But decent though, 400,000 shares. It seems kind of thick though, right? Yeah, I don't know about this one. I'll probably leave this alone. What trading platform is this? This is TD Ameritrade. Thinkorswim. In fact, they've been recently acquired by Charles Schwab. There are some people who think that I'm trading crypto or Forex. This is strictly stocks. This is strictly stocks. The United States stock markets, New York Stock Exchange. It seems like at every price point there's a lot of sellers. So here we go. Let's see, 35. Can we see 36, 37? Short sellers. This has been pretty in line with what we saw last week and the week before, is that the stocks that do end up going up, they're coming right back down to low, like, low of day entries, or let's say low of day levels very quickly. Once they decide to like drop, it's going down. They're not really downtrending slowly. HUBC, unfortunately, we did miss 2 or 3 good dip entries. Despite the nonsense of that short trade, we should have still been more green if we were to capture those 2 entries. Maybe even, yeah, 2 to 3, I think. Sometimes it happens, man. Like there's stock hitting the scans or there's another stock moving. I look over to see it's like in that area it's kind of like an entry. This might be a decent place to shut it down though. Guys, remember to be careful about fake accounts. There's a lot of fake accounts out there, impersonators, and scammers. I will never message you guys first. I will never ask for money. I will never mention anything about copy trading or mirror trading. Be careful on Discord, Instagram, Facebook, uh, TikTok, all social medias really. I will never ask you guys to click on any weird links either. All right, so be careful. Like the only thing that you guys will ever see me promote and talk about is the things that we like know of in the community here, right? Like Momo Pro, for example. Momo Pro, this is the scanner I'm using every day. Like stuff like this. Or, well, was it on screen already? I think it was. Yeah. Momo Pro. Um, the course link, which is down below. Um, Trader View, which is what we use to like track our stats. Like I would never mention any weird thing about any copy trading. Like for anybody who's here every day listening to the disclaimer and understand what we're doing, you guys should know, right? That there's no way we would ever do any copy trading nonsense. Stuff like that is get rich quick, which is what day trading is not. The only way to get rich quick in this world is to buy the lottery, right? And even then, it's like if you're to win, you have to know how to manage money, right? Day trading is not to get rich quick, so be careful and do not fall for these scams that these people have out there. You know, it's a day in, day out thing. It's a grind, it's slow, not an overnight thing. PRZO bounced up to 15 right there. Never to be seen again. In fact, I think there's a Powerball of like 1.4 billion. Absolutely insanity. It's a whole lot of cash, man. So I'll do a recap for September today. I'll start on that after the live stream, and then it should be out around 1 p.m. That way you guys can see September month, and then we'll continue to trade through. So I haven't imported because of the nonsense that's been going on, but yeah, I'll import today. Hopefully for October at least we don't get uh any skewed stats. MTEK seems to be just, light volume here. MTEK rather. MTEK. I don't know why that happens to me. Not a ton hitting the scans either. Let me check the comments. More gym, more trading. Let's see, came down to 15-minute support. You can short a Thinkorswim for close to free or barely, essentially free. The halt level on this stock is much wider, and so when I did my research on this, I read that there's two categories, and based off of one or the other, the halt levels will be a little bit wider. And it was a little strange though because there wasn't like any very special specification as to why a stock would be in one or the other category. So I don't know, it's just weird. One of those things. I don't really question these things, but it's kind of strange. And so you'll have some stocks that they'll go up $1.80 a share, and there's no halt. The halt level's still pretty far away. There was a stock in Power Hour. I wish I had recorded that day, man. This was like I think summer of last year, or I don't know, some time ago, and it was like a $7 stock. It's back when like sometimes it'd be like a flat day in the morning, and then I come back in the recap up with like 1.5K or something. And this thing just there was risk because there's always risk, right? But it was going crazy. It's like if you're willing to take those entries, there would have been something. And it just kept going and going to the point where you don't even feel safe buying anymore. But if you mitigate maybe smaller size and you go, it was just moving up. You see some pretty crazy stuff over the years for sure. The saying is that truth is stranger than fiction. The stuff that we see here, it's like we wouldn't even think it should happen. Back when GameStop was going crazy, we had PHUN. And even since then, I mean, over time, you'll see stocks that'll go to 100, 120, stocks that'll go up to like 60. We recently had one in pre-market that went to like 60. Save in our Discord, he did well on that one. I mean, there's some crazy stuff though. That thing went from like $14 to 20, 25, 40, 45, 50, 60 in like 8 minutes. Some of them I've seen it, they took like 2 hours, an hour, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. And that one was like 8 minutes. And somebody out there made some big bank. People who swung it or are like looking for swing trades for a few days, things like that. There's people though who also bought it very high and got caught chasing. So we got to be careful as always. But yeah, not to make the live stream awfully long, I think this is a good place to shut it down as there's not a ton moving right now. So there'll be a recap as usual, and I'll catch you guys later. So hit that thumbs up, right? Check out the links down below. Again, you guys can take a look at Momo Pro. That's the scanning software that I use. You guys can check out the link for the course, right? If you want some formal education, if you're new to the markets, if you've been around but you're not consistent, you guys can take a look. And you'll say, who the heck is this guy? And is he trustworthy? Ladies and gentlemen, I am a profitable trader. Right? I can show broker statements at the end of the year. I don't care. Like, I'll just have to create a new account. That's the only thing. That way my account number is not out, right? Back in the days, this is how transparent I was, right? Back when I first started live streaming for the first year, I was like, I'm gonna just take on the risk, right? My password is very strong. I'm just gonna not even hide my account number. I did that for a year straight. Well, only the people who've been here since then, which might not be a ton of people, but that's how crazy I was with transparency. But it's like, all right, at to a point, it's like it's a little too risky, so I have to change my account number, of course, and then I started putting it to where it can't show the entire thing. But yeah, this is how we're doing this year. It's been a good year. I think next year is going to be even better. And we just got to keep going, every day, right? One day at a time. Right? One day at a time. I've been having a little bit more red days recently than I would like. But, it happens. It's a part of the deal. But so far, so good. As we go through on a monthly basis. Some sweet green days are tucked away in there. Our slowest month was March. This is the flat one that we had. April, we got back on track. Nice consistency. Any month where we can just have 3 or 4 red days is great. Great consistency. May was another great month, just 3 red days. When it's going like this, like when it's going like this, it's like right now, despite having red days last week, like I feel great. I feel very good. When it's going like this, it's like it's a different level, man. Like you really and truly feel invincible. But then the market comes to remind you, like, no, that's not the case. But in these areas like this, I start thinking like I don't even need to have a red day for the rest of the year. Like that's how the mindset becomes. But again, when it's going good, it's important to not become sloppy. But when the market is just, every day when you show up, there's just, 3, 4 stocks on the scans, and they're all giving opportunities before they sell off. And you're very disciplined with the strategy, But big red days, though, 800, 900. But along the way, we had some nice green days, 915, 9, 3K here, 500 there. It adds up pretty quickly when you're getting these nice big green days. What's this? What month is this? May, and then June. I think May might have been the best month. I don't know. June was pretty decent too, but again, a little bit more red days than I would like here. Nice. That's 2 smaller green, 2 big green days, 2 smaller green days. Not great here. Maybe could have done a little bit better on those 2 days. July, much better in terms of green versus red days. 1K, 24, 16, 29. These are some good weeks, man. It's 11, it's like a $12,000 week right here. The second week of July. But not great on the third week. Too many red days. I mean, I don't know. I guess, even looking at this stuff, it's like, it's kind of frustrating to see. So when I import for this, I'm just not gonna, I'm not gonna love how it looks, but it really and truly doesn't matter how it looks. You could be red 3 weeks and green 1, and if your red days are very manageable and there's hot momentum that last week, you could still heavily be green, like, and there's definitely traders out there like that. Maybe green 20K on that month, but 3 red weeks, if you're only red, $200, $100, and of course relative to where you are, right, with your size and account and all that stuff. But and then you red $100, $200, 3 weeks, and then next week you're green 4K, 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 3K, 10K, whatever. It doesn't matter if you're red or not those 3 weeks. Okay, maybe there's something you got to improve upon still, but yeah, you guys get what I'm trying to say. Oh, I guess another month where the red days couldn't really be helped. 9, 8, 7. It's pretty hefty. But I've definitely, for those of you who've been here since last year, you guys will be able to tell that I've increased my risk. It's why the red days are much bigger than last year, and it's also why the green days are much bigger than last year. I'm going to increase my risk again soon. In fact, my plan was to increase my risk already, but this drawdown that we've had, we kind of have to adjust a little bit. And then the moment that a nice sweet stock comes, man, HUBC not doing bad, the moment that a nice sweet stock comes, it's over. These 2 days are inaccurate. This is not a $1,500 day, and this in fact is a green day. I think on this day we're green about 600. On this day we're red, I believe. So we have to see if we can't fix that. And then, yeah, but anyhow, we'll do the math and we'll put out the number. So that recap will be out today. This month started off pretty good, Yeah, the first day is red, but like great first week. Pretty decent here. And look at this, the green day is just getting smaller. Small, a bit good, smaller, smaller. I should have known coming in on this day that I should have been careful. But what I do like about myself is that the red days also get smaller. I think 90% of the times my red days go down if it's back to back rather than going up, This here is good. Small green to bigger green, and then we went back down here these 2 days. So it needs some improvement there. But anyhow, right? We're not doing too much trading here, so we'll shut it down, and I'll catch you guys later. So check out those links again for TraderView, for Momo Pro, for the course. This is what the course website is looking like now, and we'll be out of here. 2.5. Merciless markets. There have been some changes. Jeez. There have been some changes, all right, guys. So yeah, you guys could check out the website. Once again, big shout out to Tim. He's now on board with us, And so code Tim you guys can use for 40% off. Check it out, check it out. Utilize these coupon codes, and keep in mind that MMU Silver has been reorganized and changed. MMU Silver is now a crash course, and for those of you who want to be in on gold, and be in for 3 months, there is an option for that, right? So remember that silver is no longer just a 3-month full access. Silver is now a crash course. So if you guys come all the way down, you guys will see that there's 3-month access here for gold, and then the annual access. All right, silver is a essentially crash course. There's a ton of stuff in there still, but for people who are a little newer, we still have some edges in there, like the dip and rip, so you guys can still check it out. But yeah, depending on your needs. But come on the website, read through. You guys can always ask myself or Marcelo any questions via DM on the Discord, or even in the YouTube live streams. I was telling myself another thing that I have to start doing again is being more active with the comments. I'm not gonna lie, I have to completely neglected the comments, but at the same time, I've been getting like 40 messages a day on other platforms. So have to be more balanced. But yeah, so check out the platforms, and I'll catch you guys next time. It's been a good day. If you're now tuning in, we are green $200. It's Monday. Everybody's home here. That's why there's some background noise if you guys can hear. I don't know. But yeah, our job here is done. $200 an hour. It's not awful money by any means. So take care, stay safe, stay green, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.